So first and second within this class become your champion and reserve champion summer intermediate bulls. We'd like to welcome everybody over in our South Devon show ring and those people watching online at Ringside Live. We're starting off with our open show. This is our Pound Maker females. This is class 101 of the summer heifer calves, calved May 1st of 2025 and after. We have entries in this class from Wright Ranches, Gray Ranch, and White Fila Farms.
Two really good heifer calves over here to start off on the South Devon side. Both these heifers got a tremendous amount of future to them. The heifer calf I'm going to use here is the bigger black heifer here. She is quite a bit bigger and longer outline, but I think she's still pretty fresh and youthful up through that front third. Really good in her depth of rib and levelness of design. She's excellent footed and really good on her feet and legs. This heifer here is a lot the same way. She gets around the ring just fine. Foot size and bone matches the rest of her body. She's a good heifer in terms of having some look. Her belly balance is nice with her front end. She's a little bit more narrow pinned, a little frailer underneath, just doesn't have quite as much to her and might not ever get to that point as this heifer ahead of her. Two different extremes kind of right now, but this is a really good youthful appearing heifer. It's got a lot of quality. Two very nice heifers to start.
Results coming in for Class 101 of your South Devon Open Show for your Pound Makers. Second place at 5802 from Macy Ann Hansen of Fall Creek, Wisconsin. And your class winner was 5801 from Wright Ranches of Jennings, Kansas. We will move on to Class 102 of Late Spring Heifer Calves. Results for Class 207 of your Summer Intermediate Bulls. Third place, 5192 from Benjamin Cottle. Second place and your reserve champion Summer Intermediate Bull is 5389 from Cheryl Erickson. And your first place class winner and champion Summer Intermediate Bull is entry 5199 from Brenna Thorson. Moving about in the ring for the South Devons is Class 102. This is late spring heifer calves, calved April 1st through the 30th of 2025. We have 3 entries that make up Class 102. This is entries 5804 from Lauren Zabel, 5805 from Lindsay Strach, and 5806 from Zimmer Land and Livestock.
These heifers the way they came in. We're going to start with this bigger bodied red heifer up here in the front end. She's definitely probably just a little bit further along, but I think she handles it good. She's a really well made heifer. She's exceptionally broody in terms of her depth of rib. She's a big footed heifer relative to the class, gets around good, got some chest floor underneath of her, but I really like how much more mass and volume she has to her rib. She's good out to her pins and ample in terms of muscle for sure, and everything matches on her. Maybe we'll see some a little bit more elegant fronted, but I don't think that really matters because everything does match. She's still angular up through that front end and shoulder. The heifer here in second's a little bit more tubular in her design, but she is exceptionally long. I think what sorts 2 and 3s, when she gets on the move, she handles her hip better than the heifer here in third, and that carries all the way down into her hind leg as well. The heifer here in third's probably a little bit bigger and maybe even deeper sided, but she wants to duck off a little bit in her hip and hind leg when you ask her to go. Just minor things. This bottom pair could be switched probably in some ways, but I'd like to change this heifer just off of her back third. But quality throughout, 3 really good breeding pieces.
Results for Class 102 of your late spring heifer calves. In your South Devon show, the third place, 5806, comes from Zimmer Land and Livestock of Bay City, Wisconsin. Second place was 5805 from Lindsay Strach of Fairchild, Wisconsin. And your class winner was 5804 from Lauren Zabel. We will now bring back our class winners from classes 101 and 102, and our judge, Mr. Jason Hoffman, will select your champion or reserve champion spring heifer calves. Over in your miniature Hereford show ring, we now have moving about the ring, Class 208. This is Spring Intermediate Bulls. They were calved April 1st through June 30th. We have entries from Cow Swamp Creek Farms, Riley White, Judy Split, and Dalen Williams.
Nice lineup of heifer calves when we get them back out here, and I think the separation comes pretty clear. We'll start with this black heifer up here. She'll be your division champion. She's the biggest, highest performing heifer out here, but I think That's not what gets her there. In fact, actually, in some ways, I'd tone her down. What gets her here, she's got the most quality, and when she gets out here and goes, she's the best footed, she's the biggest footed, and she does the best job of filling her track. Moves out with a lot of freedom and ease, balances out exceptionally nice, good rib, good hip, really easy to look at, carries herself extremely good. I think the decision is for reserve, and that's between these two red heifers right here. And I'm going to use this heifer that was second to our calf champion in here. I think she's more comfortable on the go. I would like to put a bigger hind foot underneath of her, and I think that could restrict her in time. But she's got a longer stride than this heifer here that wins the second class. She'll be reserve calf champion. I think there's a lot of really, really good pieces as she matures there. I like this heifer quite a bit. Like I say, the biggest thing is I like to change her foot size just a little bit, and it's really noticeable off those hind two. But a really nice heifer to follow her.
Results from Class 208 of your Spring Intermediate Bulls. Fourth place, 52.31 from Dalen Williams. Third place, 52.23 from Cow Swamp Creek Farms. Second place in your Reserve Champion Spring Intermediate Bull was 52.97 from Judy Split. First place and your Champion Spring Intermediate Bull was 53.73 from Riley White. Moving about the ring now for your Hereford Show will be Class 209. These will be Winter Intermediate Bulls, calf January 1st through March 31st of 2024. We'll have two entries, both of them coming from William Schneider. These are the only two entries in the class and the only class in the division. So therefore, first and second between these will become your Champion and Reserve Champion Winter Intermediate Bulls.
The red heifer over here, I think, balances out the best. She's probably got the most to her. She's got some length to her. She's got a lot of top over. She's wide back through her pins. And I think she moves around as comfortable as these other two heifers, too. Got more length of stride than this heifer here. And second, she's got more length and performance throughout. I like this heifer, and she's probably the nicest presented heifer in the class as well. She's just a little bit quicker pattern. But the biggest thing, too, is not only do I question if she's got enough gas long term, but I'd like to loosen her up off her hind two when she moves out here. But I think in terms of function and having some rib and some mass and some volume, she beats the heifer here in third, just a little bit more narrow-chested. Definitely got more gas. I think she'll grow away, and I'd like to make her just a little bit more comfortable as she gets out here, too.
Results coming in for Class 103 of your Spring Heifers in your Pound Maker Female Show. Third place was 58.07, coming from Kelsey Zimmer of Bay City, Minnesota. Second place was 58.09. That is a donated calf from Walnut Grove and C&S Livestock, which is shown by Brady Mitchell of Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. And your class winner was entry 5808 from DLCC Ranch of Piers, Minnesota. Moving about the ring now for your Pound Maker show would be class 104. Those will be junior heifer calves calved January through February 28th of 2025. We'll have 2 entries that will make up that class. It'll be 5810 from DLCC Ranch and 5811 from Jane Damon. Results for Class 209 on your Miniature Hereford Bull Show. Second place and your reserve champion winter intermediate bull is entry 5401 from William Schneider. And first place and your champion winter intermediate bull is 5402 from William Schneider. We will move right into our next class of bulls. This will be our final class of our bulls for individuals. This will be Class 210. These are senior 2-year-old bulls, calved January 1st through December 31st of 2023. We will have entries from Jim Phillips, Judy Split, Cow Swamp Creek Farms, Caden Alexander, Jack Koba, and Hat City Cattle Company. These are the only entries in the class and the only class in the division. So therefore, first and second within Class 210 will become your champion and reserve champion senior bulls.
These 2 heifers differ quite a bit in type and kind. We're going to start with the black heifer, and I'm not saying she's necessarily my kind of point. Usually I do like this heifer up high, like how she is over her top and back through her hip, but I think the biggest thing is she's better footed and she gets around out here a little bit more comfortable. This heifer, I love the body and the cowiness. She gets a little bit shorter strided, primarily off those hind 2. Part of it, she's nervous out here a little bit too. I think she's a really, really good cowie made heifer. I'd just like to make her just a little bit more mobile off of her hind legs for the long term. I think as that black heifer keeps developing more rib and substance, I think they'll separate themselves a little bit more because I think she'll keep herself sound. But I would like to add just a little bit more middle to her.
Results coming in for Class 104 of your junior heifers in the Pound Maker show for their South Devons. Second place, 5811 from Jane Damon. First place went to entry 5810 from DLCC Ranch. At this time, now within our South Devon Pound Maker show, we will bring back our class winners from classes 103 and 104. Our judge, Jason Hoffman from Thedford, Nebraska, will select your champion and reserve champion junior heifer calves.
useful heifer calves as we get them back out here. There's some give and take in all these heifers. You know, we didn't have a lot of big classes, but the one thing is, no matter what size they are or how they're designed from the side, they all got a lot of quality to them. But the one that puts the most get up is this red heifer up here in the first division. She'll be your calf champion. And then for reserve, we'll follow our other class winner out of the second class. She'll be reserve. I just see a little more growth and future to her, but the combination heifer is definitely the red heifer up here in front. Maybe not as sharp fronted as a couple of other ones out here, but I think everything fits. She balances out. She's extremely maternal and cowie made. Very nice, high quality heifers.
Your champion junior heifer calf comes out of class 103, that is entry 5808 from DLCC Ranch of Piers, Minnesota. Your reserve champion junior heifer calf comes out of class 104, that is entry 5810, also from DLCC Ranch of Piers, Minnesota. Moving about in the South Devon Poundmaker female show ring is going to be class 106. These are senior heifer calves. They were calved September 1st through October 31st of 2024. We have a single entry within this class. This is entry 5813 from Jillian Kneep from Mount Ayr, Iowa.
Single entry heifer here. She's extremely efficient and easy fleshing. She's got a big foot underneath her, takes some length to her side. A high volume heifer as well, very broody made.
Results coming in from Class 210 of your Miniature Hereford Bull Show. Sixth place was 52.70 from Jim Phillips. Fifth place was 52.59 from Jack Koba. Fourth place, 52.98 from Judy Split. Third place, 52.24 from Cow Swamp Creek Farms. Second place and your reserve champion senior bull was 52.03 from Caden Alexander. And your class winner and champion senior bull was 52.48 from Hat City Cattle Company. At this time, we'll set up our ring, and we will bring back all of our bull division winners, and our judge will select your grand champion and reserve grand champion bulls. Also at this time, for our miniature Herefords, we would like to do some announcements for our next year's 2026 Royalty and Ambassadors. Those individuals that were running for Royalty and Ambassadors were AJ Camp, Carly Allison, John Carter, McKenna Camp, Shelby Reish, Jaden Wilgenbush, Ashlyn Fultonwider, and Olivia Carlos. So our new slate of officers and Royalty are as follows. Your Region 8 is Olivia Carlos. For Region 6, it will be AJ Camp. For Region 4, Ashlyn Fullenwider. Region 7, John Carter. Region 5, Jaden Wilgenbush. Your queen will be McKenna Camp. Your 2026 princess is Shelby Reish. And your 2026 junior princess is Carly Allison. Congratulations to 2026's new Royalty and Ambassadors for the Miniature Herefords Association. And we also have to do our drawing for the raffle. I believe this is for the steer raffle, which has been donated by Scott Show Cattle of Lubbock, Texas. And if they need to use the judge's microphone to announce that, they could. Congratulations. I was going to say, congratulations to Sage for winning a steer.
Hopefully they're watching. They're in Oregon.
Gotcha. Perfect. Well, congratulations if you are watching on Ringside Live. With the conclusion of those events, we will now get staged for our Grand Champion Bull Drive for our miniature Herefords. Back over in our South Devon Poundmaker show ring, we have gotten ourselves ready for classes 108, which is our early summer yearling heifers. These will be calved May 1st through June 30th of 2024. Within this class, we will have entries 5814 from DLCC Ranch of Piers, Minnesota. 5815 comes from Owen Kiln of Wassaicup, Minnesota. And 5816 comes from Brady Mitchell of Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. This is the only class within the division, so therefore first and second within this class will become your division champion and reserve champions. Coming into the ring now for your miniature Hereford show is all of your champions from their respective divisions. From the first division of junior bull calves in the fall category, your champion comes from 4 Moores miniature Herefords, the reserve being from Darren Osbent. From your second division of summer junior bull calves, your champion is 5356 from Rafter P Ranch. Your reserve champion is from Riley White. From your third division of spring junior bull calves, your champion is Canyon Dops, the reserve being from Hat City Cattle Company. From your fourth division, your champion early spring junior bull calf comes from Hat City Cattle Company, the reserve being from Riley White. From your fifth division of winter junior bull calves, your champion, 5391 from Taylor Woods, the reserve being 5372 from Riley White. From your sixth division of fall intermediate bulls, your champion, 5394 from Taryn Blesson, the reserve being 5227 from Darren Osment. From your seventh division of your summer intermediate bulls, your champion, 5199 from Brenna Thorson, the reserve being from 5389 of Cheryl Erickson. From your eighth division of your spring intermediate bulls, your champion, 5373 from Riley White, the reserve being 5297 from Judy Split. From your ninth division of winter intermediate bulls, your champion, 5402 William Schneider, the reserve being 5401 from William Schneider. And from your last division of senior bulls, your champion, 5248, comes from Hat City Cattle Company, the reserve being 5203 from Caden Alexander. Those are your champions in consideration for your grand and reserve grand champion miniature Hereford bulls.
While Eddie's picking his champion over there, we'll talk this class here. We're going to leave them the way they came in. This heifer does put the most good up. She's the longest spine heifer that holds herself together. The best on the move, especially up high. Really good from her hooks to her pins. She's got some depth to that heel and some foot quality as well. She's got some base width, some chest floor underneath of her. I like how her rib fits the rest of her body. A really, really nice heifer. Maybe like to see her just a little bit more relaxed as we get them going. She's better in her spine and from her hooks to her pins than the heifer here in second, and she's especially better in the depth of her heel. I'd like to stouten this heifer up just a little bit down there and design her just a little bit more level, but she's got so much more body and depth and mass and performance than this heifer that's here in third. This heifer is extremely long and attractive, probably the greenest in her condition of the three, and I think that helps, and it shows off her front end even that much more. But with that, she needs more body and depth and mass, and I'd like to clean her up just a little bit from her hock to the ground. But three really, really nice heifers, and they've all got a lot to offer as these young people go forward and breed on them and make a program out of them. Three good heifers from top to bottom.
Your results coming in for Class 108 of your early summer yearling heifers in your pound maker female show. Third place, 5816 from Brady Mitchell. Second place, 5815 from Owen Kilm. He also becomes your reserve champion summer heifer. And your class winner and your champion summer heifer is 5814 from DLCC Ranch. Moving about in the ring for your pound maker show will now be Class 109. These will be spring yearling females. Calve March 1st through April 30th of 2024.
Really nice single entry over here. This heifer is extremely massive. She's very functional. She's very cowy. Tremendous amount of depth to her rib. Maybe like shorten her up a little bit in her teat size, but as she gets closer to calving, that'll tell itself for sure. The biggest thing with her is I'd like to fix her off of her hind feet just a little bit. Front feet want to come up just a little bit and curl in. I like to give her some more depth to her heel, but extremely massive, extremely cowy, extremely efficient, and very, very functional. Nice job.
Your Grand Champion Bull comes from your 5th division. That is your Champion Winter Junior Bull Calf 5391 from Taylor Woods. Your Reserve Grand Champion Bull comes from your Early Spring Junior Bull Calf division. That is 5247 from Hat City Cattle Company. Congratulations to all of our champions. We will now roll right into our pair of bulls class, which will be class 402. Over in your South Devon Pound Makers show ring, we have Class 109A. These are spring yearling heifers, calved March 1st through April 30th of 2024. We have 2 entries. 5819 comes from Carly McCracken of Alva, Oklahoma. 5821 comes from Jace Peterson of Pella, Iowa.
We'll leave them the way they came in here. This black heifer is exceptionally good. She gets around really good. She's a long-bodied heifer. Everything matches on. Really a lot of femininity. She's good in her body. She's good out through her hip. Exceptionally long hip, and for as long-bodied as she is, she handles herself extremely good on the move as well. Very nicely presented. This red heifer is nicely presented as well, and she's really a heavy boned heifer. Probably got a shot more bone than our class winner even. Not necessarily any wider for as dense made as she is. She wants to taper into that tail head and her pins just a little bit and pick them up. But I think this is a really, really good female. She's exceptionally cowy, massive middle, got a lot of good under, 2 extremely good females.
Results for Class 109A of spring yearling pound maker heifers. 2nd place, 5821 from Jace Peterson. 1st place, 5819 from Carly McCracken. We'll move right into Class 110 within our South Devon Pound Makers show. Class 110 will be junior yearling heifers. These will be calved January 1st through February 28th of 2024. We will have a single entry within Class 110. This will be entry 5823, coming from White Villa Farms of Wadena, Minnesota.
Really nice single entry heifer here. She's really pulled apart throughout, and she's still feminine enough up through that front end. She's a wide structured female, extremely wide based. I like the condition she's in. She looks like she's got more on her than what she actually does. It's about right. Her body looks good. She's a wide pen female. Tremendous amount of shape to her and power. This is a really, really nice female. Tons of quality throughout.
Results for Class 110 of Junior Yearling Heifers. First place, 5823 from White Fila Farms. At this time, now within that Pound Maker show, we will bring back our class winners from classes 109, 109A, and 110. And our judge will select your champion and reserve champion junior heifers. Over in your miniature Herefords, we now have in the ring class 402. These are pair of bulls. We have entries in this class from Rafter P. Ranch, Judy Split. 2 entries from Riley White, Darren Osment, Judy Split, Brennan Thorson, William Schneider, and Hat City Cattle Company.
Very useful females out here in this division. There's some give and take in all these females, but in terms of quality and one that balances out exceptionally nice, I think there's a really, really good heifer, and there's a couple really good options for reserve as well. This black heifer, though, will be your champion in this division. She's extremely feminine. She's extremely long. The heifer that's going to end up being reserved is probably a little bit stouter and got more to her when you get behind her, but I think this heifer's adequate and everything matches on her. Her belly's really good, ties in good, she's neat up through that front end, extremely feminine, long pattern, and as sound as any of them. I'm going to use this heifer here for reserve. I like the shape she's got to her. She's pulled apart underneath. She's got some base width to her. Maybe like to make her just a little bit more feminine like our class winner up through her head. Good job. But I think this heifer, in terms of shape and having some mass and some volume and good foot size, she's a very logical reserve. All these heifers have a lot of use to them. You can go on and do a lot of things with them. Tons of quality throughout.
Your champion junior heifer is entry 5819, coming from class 109A. That comes from Carly McCracken. Your reserve champion junior heifer comes out of class 110. That is 5823 from White Fila Farms. Some results to get to from your pair of bulls show over the miniature Herefords. We'll go really quickly so we can get over here to Mr. Hoffman. But 8th place was Judy Split. 7th place, Darren Osmond. 6th place, William Snyder. 5th place, Riley White. 4th place, Judy Split. 3rd place, Brenna Thorson. 2nd place, your reserve champion pair of bulls was Riley White. And your champion pair of bulls was from Hat City Cattle Company. Now we'll hear from Mr. Hoffman.
Nice pair to start with over here. A better uddered cow for sure that's given quite a bit to a big bloomy calf. A lot of shape and mass and volume to him. He's big up high, really thick. She's a nice angular made, long-bodied female. Like I say, the biggest thing's udder quality and how much shorter teated she is than the heifer or the pair here. And second, I'd like to shorten teat size up on that cow and give her just a little bit more volume. She's got a nice bull calf on her. He's got some length, got some shape to him, got some muscle design to him. A lot of quality, the biggest thing's udder. Two really good pairs.
Results for Class 501 over here in your Pound Maker show. 2nd place and your reserve champion Pound Maker cow-calf pair was 58-24. That comes from Edward Winters. Your class winner and your champion Pound Maker cow-calf pair was entry 58-25 from Megan Fellbaum. At this time, we will now bring back our division winners. Our judge will select your grand and reserve grand champion Pound Maker females. Over in your miniature Hereford show ring, we will now have Class 403. This will be Get of Sires. Within this class, we'll have entries from Hat City Cattle Company, Riley White, Brenna Thorson, Rafter P. Ranch, Mesa Arnold, William Snyder, and Darren Osment.
Really nice lineup of females. There's some give and take in them, and I know it's not a huge show, so maybe you'll get a little bit of that. I think in terms of quality, they represent each class and division extremely well. Very useful females, a lot of maternal look to them. A lot of these females are still really broody. Just a high quality show that you guys should be very proud of. But I think there's one that's kind of a clear-cut winner, and it'll be this young lady's heifer right here. She'll be your champion.
Your grand champion pound maker female is also your champion junior heifer. That is from Carly McCracken.
You don't know the luxury of having one match your champion in terms of type and kind, quite like this reserve will. This calf up here in front will be your reserve. I think she's a lot the same. She's very angular. She's long-bodied. Her body fits good with the rest of her. She's a little faster growing heifer. Really good, though, out from her hip when she gets on the move. Really a high-quality female and a very nice reserve.
Your reserve champion pound maker female comes from your first division, which is your spring heifer calf champion. That is entry 5801 from Wright Ranches. Results from your Class 403 of your Get of Sires. Your reserve champion Get of Sire was Mesa Arnold, and your champion Get of Sire was Hat City Cattle Company. Within our South Devon Pound Maker show, we have paused for a momentary picture break of the backdrop with all of our champions. Once that is done and concluded with the pictures of the backdrop, we will start up with Class 201 of Summer Bull Calves. So give us just a minute and we'll get continuing with that. As far as what's going on over in our miniature Hereford show ring, we will start up with our prospect steers here shortly. We're going to go ahead and reset our ring. We do have a few exhibitors that are making their way back to the stalls. They've got to grab their animals, and then they'll make their way back into the ring. So give us just a few minutes, and we'll get started with our first class, which will be 501A of our prospect steers. We welcome all of our exhibitors back into the ring. This is Class 501A of Prospect Steers, calved January 1st through December 31st of 2025. We have 4 entries in this class: 5177 from 4 Moore's Miniature Herefords, 5213 from Chase Hunter, 5196 from Blakely Murphy, and 5285 from Journey Harris. This is our first class of 5 Prospect Steers. The weight range on this class is 276 pounds to 391 pounds. Results for Class 501A of your Prospect Steers: 4th place, 5177 from 4 Moore's Miniature Herefords. 3rd place, 5213 from Chase Hunter. 2nd place, 5285 from Journey Harris. And your class winner was 5196 from Blakely Murphy. We'll move right into Class 501B. This is Prospect Steers, calved January 1st through December 31st of 2025. We'll have 4 entries that make up Class 501B. Those entries include 5303 from Juno Hunter, 5257 from Hayes Dixon, 5279 from Jordan Chavara, and 5261 from Jaden Wilgenbush. Those are your 4 entries that will make up Class 501B. The weight range on Class 501B is 427 pounds to 498 pounds. Results for Class 501B of your prospect steers. Third place, 5303 from Juno Hunter. Second place, 5257 from Hayes Dixon. And your class winner was 5261 from Jaden Wilgenbush. Making their way into the ring at this time now is Class 501C of prospect steers, calved January 1st through December 31st of 2025. We have a weight range on this class of 503 to 577. We have 3 entries that will make up this class. 5216 from Colton Baumgartner, 5255 from Hat City Cattle Company, and 5387 from Cheryl Erickson. Those are your 3 entries that make up Class 501C.
Nice single entry bull calf over here. He's got some shape to him. He's bold sprung. He's got some muscle up high, a lot in his jump muscle area. He's a good bodied calf relative to his size. He's a little straight and a little smaller footed maybe in what's ideal, but a very useful calf. And we'll look at him some more when he comes back out.
Results for Class 201 of your summer bull calves in your Pound Maker South Devon show. First place, 5826 from Megan Fellbaum of Swanville, Minnesota. She also becomes your champion spring bull calf. We will move right on to Class 203. These will be spring bull calves, calved March 1st through the 31st of 2025. We have 3 entries slated for this class: 5828 from Jillian Kneep, 5829 from DLCC Ranch, and 5830 from Fick Cattle Company. Results for Class 501C of your prospect steers. Third place, 5387 from Cheryl Erickson. Second place, 5216 from Colton Baumgartner. And your class winner was 5255 from Hat City Cattle Company. Making their way into the ring now is 501D of prospect steers. We have 2 entries slated for this class: 5352 from Quincy McIntyre and 5331 from Macy Mitchell. There's 2 entries in this class, and we have a weight range of 602 to 630 pounds.
Useful set of bulls over here. The bull that wins the class got the most performance and probably the biggest footed bull. Would maybe like to make him just a little bit more comfortable when he gets to going, but he's exceptionally long hipped. He's good bodied. He's probably the deepest bodied, deepest flank bull in the class. Bull here in second's just got more masculinity to him than the bull in third. He's got more shape. He's got more muscle. He's got more spring to his rib. The bull here in third's a long-necked bull, and he's probably the best footed bull in the class. Not that those have problems to get beat by. This bull's just a little bit more narrow. He's higher twisted, and I'd like to see him just have a little bit more capacity and volume to him to get any higher.
Results coming in from Class 203 on your Poundmaker show. Third place at 58.30 went to Fick Cattle. Second place was 58.28 from Jillian Kneep. And your class winner was 58.29 from DLCC Ranch. We'll have in the ring for your Poundmaker show now Class 204 of junior bull calves. Those bulls will be calved from January through February of 28th of 2025. We'll have two entries within that class. We'll have entry 5831 from JVM Cattle Company and 5832 from Jillian Kneep. In our miniature Hereford show ring now, we have Class 501E of Prospect Steers. Results coming in for Class 501E of your Prospect Steers for the miniature Herefords. First place, 5205 from Channing Floyd. At this time, we will now bring back our class winners, and our judge will select your champion and reserve champion Prospect Steers. Your class winners returning for your Grand Champion Prospect Steer selection from Class 501A. First place, 5196 from Blakely Murphy. Second place being entry 5285 from Journey Harris. From Class 501B, first place, 5261 from Jaden Wilgenbush. Second place being 5257 from Hayes Dixon. From Class 501C, first place, 5255 from Hat City Cattle Company. Second place being 5216 from Colton Baumgartner. From Class 501D, first place, 5331 from Macy Mitchell. Second place being 5352 from Quincy McIntyre. And coming from Class 501E, first place, 5205 from Channing Floyd. Those are your first and second place entries in contention for your champion and reserve champion Prospect Steers. Walking into our South Devon show ring is now Class 204. These are junior bull calves, calved January through February 28th of 2025. We have those entries 5831 from JVM Cattle Company of Pella, Iowa, and 5832 from Jillian Kniep of Mount Ayr, Iowa. Your champion prospect steer comes from Class 501A. That is entry 5196 from Blakely Murphy. Your reserve champion prospect steer comes from Class 501E. That is 5205 from Channing Floyd.
Couple nice prospects over here, but I'm going to start with the black bull here. He's the highest performing bull. He's really a dense-made, rugged bull. He's already getting some crest to him. Pretty dominant up through his head. He's got some muscle shape and some length. Really high-quality bull. The bull here in second, I like a lot of things about. He's soggy, got some depth to him. Like to change the set off of his hind legs when you get him to go. Really like his testicular development. But two really, really good kind of bulls here that both got a lot of use in them.
Results for Class 204 of junior bull calves within your South Devon Pound Makers show. Second place, 5831 from JVM Cattle Company. First place, 5832 from Jillian Kniep. At this time, we will now bring back our first and second place winners from classes 203 and 204. Our judge, Jason Hoffman, will select your champion and reserve champion junior bull calves. Over in your miniature Hereford show ring, we now have in the ring Class 502A. This is market steers, calved January 1st through December 31st of 2023. We have a single entry within this first class. This is entry 5258 from Jace Murphy. The weight range on this animal is 648 pounds.
Nice lineup of bull calves over here for this division, but there's one bull calf that just puts most good up. He's the most bully made. It's too bad he doesn't lead better, but this will be your division champion right here. He's got the best feet underneath him. He's the most rugged. He's got some rib to him. He's got some shape to him. Very useful. And then we'll go up with this other black calf here, who I think is the next soundest bull in the lineup for your reserve. And he too has got some body to him. He's got some length. Just doesn't have the overall power or masculinity of our division winner.
Your results for your champion drive over in your South Devon show. The reserve champion junior bull calf was entry 5829 from DLCC Ranch. Your champion junior bull calf was entry 5832, and that was from Jillian Kneep. We will make way for class 212 within the South Devon show. This will be a single entry within this class and the only class in its division. So first place within class 212 will become your champion senior bull. Class 212 is a 2-year-old bull, calved January 1st through June 30th of 2023. We have a single entry from JVM Cattle Company.
Nice moderate bull here with a tremendous amount of shape, really big top, got a big hip underneath of him. He's a wide base bull, he's got some quality. Relative to his size, he's extremely massive and bold made, a nice complete bull. Good job.
Results from class 212, first place and your champion senior bull, 5834 from JVM Cattle Company of Pella, Iowa. At this time, within our Pound Maker show, we will bring back our division champions, and our judge will select now your grand and reserve champion Pound Maker bulls. In your miniature Hereford show ring, we now have moving about Class 502B. These are market steers, calved January 1st through December 31st of 2023. We have a weight range on this class of 738 to 798 pounds. Within this class, we have entries 5314 from Carson Clements, 5287 from Jude Jones, 5214 from Chase Hunter, and 5232 from Dalen Williams. Those are your 4 entries that make up Class 502B.
Bulls that differ in type and kind a little bit, but I think the most complete bull is this big red bull. He'll be your champion. He's got a lot of shape like we talked about when he was just out here. He's wide based. I'd like to see him a little bit bigger, a little higher performing like our reserve calf here, or reserve. This black calf will be reserve. He's a big footed calf. Like I said, he's got a lot of masculinity. Balances out nice. Maybe doesn't have the eye appeal, the upper shape of our champion, but a very nice, useful bull. 2 good bulls here for Grand and Reserve.
Your grand champion Pound Maker bull is coming from your senior division. That is 5834 from JVM Cattle Company. Your reserve champion Pound Maker bull comes from the junior bull calf division. That is entry 5832 from Jillian Kneep. At this time, within our South Devon Pound Maker show, we will pause for pictures at the backdrop with our champions and our judge. Once those pictures have concluded, we will move right into Class 301, which will be our South Devon Heifers. Results for Class 502B of Market Steers: fourth place, 5314 from Carson Clements. Third place, 5287 from Jude Jones. Second place, 5232 from Dalen Williams. And your class winner, 5214 from Chase Hunter. Moving right along into Class 502C of our market steers within the miniature Herefords. These again were calved January 1st through December 31st of 2023, and we have a weight range on this class of 812 to 896 pounds. Within this class, we have entries 5325 from Leanna O'Rourke, 5194 from Berkeley Went, 5361 from Rafter P. Ranch, 5385 from Shea Kress, and rounding out our class is 5186 from Bo Dixon. Results for Class 502C of your market steers. 5th place, 53.25 from Leanna O'Rourke. 4th place, 53.61 from Rafter P. Ranch. 3rd place, 51.86 from Bo Dixon. 2nd place, 51.94 from Berkeley Went. And your class winner, 53.85 from Shea Kress. Moving about into the ring would now be Class 502D. These will be market steers once again, calved January 1st through December 31st of 2023. Within Class 502D, we will have steers in the weight range of 909 to 930 pounds. In this class, we'll have entries 5210 from Charlie Lane, 5346 from Mesa Arnold, 5379 from Riley White, 5304 from Kaylee McGuire, and 5187 from Bo Peterson. Those are your 5 entries that will make up Class 502D. Over in your South Devon show, we now have started our Class 301. These are summer heifer calves, calved May 1st of 2025 and after. We have 2 entries within this class. 5835 comes from Chase Terry of Winchester, Kansas, and 5836 from RP Farms of Swanville, Minnesota.
I'm going to start with the black heifer. She is a higher performing heifer. She's got a lot more length and shape to her. She's got more bone, more stability off that hind leg. Just overall a better, higher quality heifer. The heifer here in second, like a lot of things about, she's a very feminine heifer. She's more youthful. Just won't ever probably have the bone or the substance of our class winner, but 2 really good heifers in their own right.
Results for Class 301 of your summer heifer calves. 2nd place, 5835 from Chase Terry. 1st place, 5836 from RP Farms. We will now bring up Class 302. Class 302 will be late spring heifer calves, calved April 1st through the 30th of 2025. We'll have 2 entries that will make up Class 302, 5837 from Jillian Kneep of Mount Ayr, Iowa, and 5838 from Kelsey Zimmer of Bay City, Michigan.
Two nice heifers over here. The black heifer we're going to start with is a little bit more youthful, a little fresher, and I see her just having a little bit more quality as they move forward. Both these heifers could have a little bit more sweep to their rib, but they're different in their kind. This heifer's longer, more angular, and prettier about her head and front end. The heifer here is probably a little wider top and wider pin, but I like the femininity and the length and the future of the black heifer here. Two really good, high-quality females, though.
Results coming in for Class 302 of your late spring heifer calves within your South Devon show. 58-37 takes second place. That is Jillian Kneep. And your class winner was 58-38 from Kelsey Zimmer. Moving in the ring at this time for your South Devon show is Class 302A. These are late spring heifer calves, calved April 1st through the 30th of 2025. We'll have 4 entries that will make up this class. 58-39 comes from Jillian Kneep of Mount Ayr, Iowa. 58-40 from Chase Terry of Winchester, Kansas. 58-41 from Joseph Hanfler from Little Falls, Minnesota. And 58-42 from Megan Fellbaum of Swanville, Minnesota. This is our last class within the division. Results to get to in Class 502D of Market Steers. 5th place, 53-04 from Kaylee McGuire. 4th place, 52-10 from Charlie Lane. 3rd place, 53-46 from Mesa Arnold. 2nd place, 51-87 from Bo Peterson. And your class winner was 53-79 from Riley White. In the ring at this time for your miniature Herefords is 502E of Market Steers. We have a weight range on this class of 1,002 to 1,096 pounds. We have 4 entries, 52-09 from Charlie Lane, 51-85 from Bo Dixon, 52-56 from Hat City Cattle Company, and 52-62 from Jaden Wilgenbush.
The most massive maid heifer, biggest footed, will win this class. She's got some shape to her. She's really cowy in terms of having some substance to her rib. Got some spring to her rib as well. Moves around the ring as good as any in the class too. I'd dang sure like to body this heifer down. She's a little bit more tubular, but I think when you get over her top and back through her pin, she's just got so much more width than the heifer here in 3rd. This heifer's deep-sided relative to her size, just a little bit more frail made, but I think she's just a little bit more inferior in terms of muscle out through her pins. But 3 nice heifers.
Results coming in for Class 302A of your late spring heifer calves. 3rd place, 58-41 from Joseph Hanfler. 2nd place, 58-42 from Megan Fellbaum. And your class winner was 58-39 from Jillian Kneep. At this time, within our South Devon show, we will bring back our class winners from classes 301, 302, and 302A, and our judge will select your champion and reserve champion spring heifer calves.
Line up of heifers out here, but this heifer calf out of the middle class I think's just got the best design to her, got the most future and the highest quality female out here. The 3 really nice, elegant to look at, really long spine, good out through her hip, does a good job getting around in the ring here.
Your champion spring heifer calf is entry 58-38 coming out of class 302. That is Kelsey Zimmer.
For reserve, I'm going to go with this other black heifer up here. She's got some body and some shape and some middle to her, adequate in terms of muscle, really square from her hooks to her pins. Nice high quality heifer for reserve.
Reserve champion spring heifer calf is entry 5836 from RP Farms. Results for Class 502E of your market steers. Third place, 5185 from Bo Dixon. Second place, 5209 from Charlie Lane. And your class winner was 5256 from Hat City Cattle Company. At this time, within our Miniature Hereford Show, we will bring back our class winners for our market steer category, and our judge will select your champion and reserve champion market steers. Over in your South Devon show, we now have in the ring Class 303. These are spring heifer calves, calved March 1st through the 31st of 2025. We have 3 entries in this class: 5843 from Paige Fellbaum of Swanville, Minnesota, 5844 from Joseph Henfler of Little Falls, Minnesota, and 5845 from DLC Ranch of Piers, Minnesota. Miniature Hereford Show Ring, we are now bringing in our class winners from our market steers. So from class number 502A, first place was Chase Murphy. From class 502B, first place, 5214 from Chase Hunter. Second place, 5232 from Dalen Williams. From class 502C, first place, 5385 from Shay Kress. Second place, 5194 Berkeley Went. From class 502D, first place, 5379 from Riley White. Second place, 5187 from Bo Peterson. And from your last class, 502E, first place, 5256 from Hat City Cattle Company. And second place being 5209 from Charlie Lane.
Nice class winner over here. She's got the most length to her, exceptionally long out of her hip. With that, she's got the most substance and rib and volume. She's got the most bone and biggest footed as well. The heifer here in second's just got more to her than the heifer in third. She's more correct in her shoulder, gets around just a little freer and easier too. This heifer almost favors her shoulder just a little bit, concludes the class. But with that, she's just a little bit frailer boned, and when you get right on top of them, she's a little flatter ribbed as well. Like to power her up a little bit, but she's a nice lined heifer. It's got a lot of femininity.
Results for Class 303 of spring heifer calves within the South Devon Show. Third place, 5843 from Paige Fellbaum. Second place, 5844 from Joseph Hanfler. And your class winner was 5845 from DLCC Ranch. Moving about the ring at this time is now Class 303A of spring heifer calves. These were calved March 1st through the 31st of 2025. We have 2 entries, 5847 from Trice Vander Molen and 5848 from Sierra Steinlicht. Your champion market steer comes from Class 502D. That is 5379 from Riley White. Your reserve champion market steer comes from Class 502C. That is 5385 from Shea Kress.
Really nice effort to win the class here. She's got a tremendous amount of length and capacity, really deep all the way back to her flank. And with being a more moderate framed heifer, I think as she matures, she's definitely got some WDA advantage now. But I think as she matures, she's going to be pretty moderate. She's really, really deep bodied and really long for how moderate I think she's going to be. With that, she's got some width to her pins when you get behind her and got some shape to her. Really high quality female. But really an elegant fronted female here in second. She's long and level design, just a little bit more frailer and doesn't have the overall substance of our class winner, but 2 unique heifers.
Results for Class 303A within your spring heifers on your South Devon show ring. Second place, 5848 from Sierra Steinlicht. Your class winner was 5847 from Trice Vander Molen. At this time, we will now clear out our ring and bring up Class 304. Class 304 will be junior heifer calves, calved January through February 28th of 2025. We have 2 entries slated for this class. 5849 comes from Julie Damon, and 5850 comes from the Fick Cattle Company. As far as our miniature Hereford show is concerned, we appreciate everybody being here and watching online at Ringside Live. We have completed and concluded our show with the miniature Herefords, so we appreciate and thank and congratulate all of our exhibitors on a well-earned year of hard work. We will get them cleaned out and cleared out, and we will make way for our Gelby show, which will start promptly.
Nice single entry heifer here, extremely youthful, very refined up through that front end. Got some shape and muscle over her top and back through her hip. Maybe like just give her a little bit more sweep to her rib, but extremely long and extremely wide. That back through her pins. Maybe like to put a little bit bigger foot underneath her as well, but a heifer that's really refined and got some look to her.
Results for Class 304 of junior heifer calves. First place, 5850 from Fick Cattle Company. At this time, within our South Devon show, we will bring up our class winners from classes 303, 303A, and 304, and our judge will select your champion junior heifer calves.
Nice division of heifers. I'm going to use this female here. She's probably the most mature, but I think she's got a lot of good tools for down the road. Laid in really neat at the point of that shoulder. Tremendous sweep to her rib. She's long-bodied, really long through that hip, and gets around the ring pretty comfortable too. With that, she's got the most base width.
Your champion junior heifer calf is entry 5847 from Trice Vander Molen of Pella, Iowa.
For reserve, we're going to come up here, this other heifer calf. I think in terms of substance and foot size, she follows our division champion quite well. She'll be reserve.
Your reserve champion junior heifer calf comes from Class 303. That is entry 5845 from DLCC Ranch of Piers, Minnesota. Up next, within our South Devon show, we will now bring in Class 306. These will be senior heifer calves, calved September 1st through October 31st of 2024. We have a single entry within this class, entry 5851 from Sierra Steinlicht of Valley Falls, Kansas. This is the only entry in the class and the only class in the division. So first place within Class 306 will become your champion senior heifer calf.
Really a nice fall heifer here, extremely cowy. She's extremely massive made. She is moderate in her kind, but I think she's a good footed female. She gets around the ring good. She's got some length to her too relative to her size, exceptionally long hipped, just a really, really complete, efficient, easy doing type of female.
Results for Class 306, first place, and your champion senior heifer calf is entry 5851 from Sierra Steinlicht. We will reset our ring, and we will bring up now Class 308. Class 308 will be early summer yearling heifers, calved May 1st through June 30th of 2024. We'll have a single entry in this Class 308. We'll have entry 5852 from Chase Terry of Winchester, Kansas. This is the only entry in the class and the only class in its division. So therefore, first place within Class 308 will become your champion summer heifer.
Extremely green heifer here that's very fresh in her kind. I think she's got a tremendous amount of muscle shape to her, a lot of shape through her stifle and up high even in her top. She's got some rib relative to her design. She's a wide base female. It's extremely feminine through that front end.
Class 308 results. First place and your champion summer heifer calf is 5852 from Chase Terry. We will usher out Class 308 and bring up now Class 309. Class 309 will be spring yearling heifers, calved March 1st through April 30th of 2024. This class will have entries 5853 from Edward Winters of Zumbro Falls, Minnesota, 5854 from Sierra Steinlich of Valley Falls, Kansas, 5855 from DLCC Ranch of Piers, Minnesota, and 5856 from Jace Peterson of Pella, Iowa. Those will be your 4 entries that will make up now Class 309 of spring yearling heifers within your South Devon show. As far as scheduling goes, if you're here to see the Gelby and Balancer show, our junior show will begin promptly at 4:30. Due to our long entries and late entries that happened with our miniature Herefords, we appreciate everybody being flexible and accommodating. So we will start at 4:30 for our junior Gelby and Balancer show. We welcome everybody back to our South Devon show ring. We now have in the ring Class 309 Spring Yearling Heifers, calved March 1st through April 30th of 2024. Within this class, we have slated the entries of 58-53 from Edward Winters, 58-54 from Sierra Steinlicht, 58-55 from DLCC Ranch, and 58-56 from Jace Peterson. Those are your entries that make up Class 309.
Really a cowy efficient thing here to win. Nice udder development, and like the way her teats are spaced when she's on the standstill. I really like how she holds herself together. She's got some chest floor in her. She's a long-bodied, long-hip female. It's moderate in her kind, very efficient and very, very functional. The heifer here in second's got length to her, laid in neat at the point of her shoulder, exceptionally long spine and back through her hip. Moves just a little bit more timid, especially off those hind two when you ask her to go. But I think there's enough more length and performance to get over the heifer in third. This heifer's a little shorter strided maybe than what's ideal. I like her in terms of her composition though and how she's made through her front third. Relative to her frame size, she's extremely long bodied, extremely long hip, has some udder development coming along as well. This heifer's just a little bit straighter up front. She's a little rounder bone, a little more timid off of her hind two, and with that she wants to pick her tail head up. She's got some ribs, she's got some natural muscling, and dang sure got some quality. From end to end, a nice class of females.
Results coming in for Class 309 on your South Devons. Fourth place, 58-53 from Edward Winters. Third place, 58-56 from Jace Peterson. Second place, 58-55 from DLCC Ranch. And your class winner was 58-54 from Sierra Steinlicht. In the ring at this time now is Class 310. These are junior yearling heifers, calved January 1st through February 28th of 2024. We have entries 58-57 from Fick Cattle Company, 58-58 from Addison Kiln, and 58-59 from Sierra Steinlicht. This is our last class within the division.
The big-footed, high-performing, massive made female is going to win the class here. Maybe like to smooth her up a little bit in her loin and up and through her tail head, but I think she's just so much more massive. There's so much more cow here, bigger footed and just bigger bone all the way throughout. She's got more mass as well. heifer here in second's very, very fancy up through that front third. She just doesn't have quite as much to her. She wants to be a little bit lower fronted when she's on the move. She's a long-bodied female that's got length from her hooks back to her pins. Good footed as well, just not as massive as our class winner. However, it concludes the class, is a little straighter up front and carries that when you get behind her as well too. She's just a little bit more stale. I'd like to freshen her up some, but I think she's a heifer that's got a tremendous amount of length in her. She's got some good foot size to her and some quality, just doesn't class up as nice as the heifers ahead of her.
Results for Class 310 of junior yearling heifers. Third place, 58.58 from Addison Kilm. Second place, 58.59 from Sierra Steinlicht. And your class winner was 58.57 from Fick Cattle Company. At this time, we will now bring back our class winners from 309 and 310, and our judge will select your champion and reserve champion junior heifers.
Two high quality females. They differ quite a bit in type and kind. I'm going to use this heifer up here. She's just the classiest to me. She's the most appropriate in her freshness and her tail set, tail head. She's a high quality female, extremely functional. I like the udder. She's developing as well. Her teat spacing looks very correct. She's a wide base female that's good footed. Then for reserve, we will go ahead and go with this strip face female here. She's just so much more massive. She's more correct off of her front feet than this red heifer. Huge footed female, lots of capacity and depth. A little closer in her teat spacing. I'd like to maybe refine them as well and refine her through her tail head, but you can't deny the foot size and the mass this female has.
Your champion junior heifer is 58.54 from Sierra Steinlicht. The reserve champion junior heifer is 58.57 from Fick Cattle. Within your South Devon show, we will now make way for Class 601. Class 601 will be cow-calf pairs. We'll have a single entry within the cow-calf pair division, 58.60, coming from Brady Mitchell of Detroit Lakes, Minnesota.
Nice pair, really a long feminine cow that comes in her working clothes. I like that about her. Looks like milk flows really good. Raising a really massive maiden bull calf. He's got some shape to him. He's a masculine calf. Looks to be sound, really high quality pair.
Results for Class 601 of cow-calf pairs. First place and your champion cow-calf pair, 58.60 from Brady Mitchell of Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. At this time, within the South Devon show, we will bring back all of our division winners, and our judge will select your grand and reserve grand champion South Devon females. And we also want to welcome now our National Western Stock Show's Junior Gelvy and Balancer Show. It will be judged by Mr. Will Banks. We appreciate him taking the time to judge today's contest. We'll start off with class number 1. These will be Junior Gelvy heifer calves born May 1st through May 30th of 2025.
Nice lineup of extremely functional females that have a lot to offer your breed. I think these females, the thing I like the most about them is they can be really long in a moderate package. They got quality to them, just a really good lineup throughout, and they match together for the most part extremely well. But there's one I like just in terms of balance and just structure and quality, and that'd be this young lady's heifer here. She'll be your champion.
Your grand champion South Devon female comes from your junior heifer calf division. That is entry 5854 from Sierra Steinlicht.
A female that fits her extremely well in type and kind and functionality would be this heifer here out of the second division. She'll be your reserve grand champion. Nice lineup of females.
Reserve grand champion South Devon female comes from that junior heifer calf division. That is 5847 from Trice Vander Molen. Congratulations to our exhibitors. Over in our junior show for the Gelvies, we have ourselves class number 1. This is entry 1556 coming from Reed Overmiller. Results coming in from your Gelby Balancer show. First place out of class 1 is 1556 from Reed Overmiller of Smith Center, Kansas. We'll clear him out and bring up now class number 2. These will be heifer calves born April 1st through April 30th of 2025. We'll have a single entry within class number 2. 1557 comes from Trinity Treasure Drexage of Shelbyville, Missouri. While our judge, Mr. Will Banks, continues to evaluate this entry in this class, we'll introduce him. Obviously, he is Will Banks. He's from Cynthia, Kentucky, where he grew up on his family's backgrounding in cow-calf operation. Will is a proud alumni of both Hutchinson Community College and Kansas State University, where he completed his bachelor's in animal science. While at both institutions, he was a member of the livestock judging and meat animal evaluations team. We appreciate Will taking the time to evaluate our Gelby Balancer show. Results for class number 2, first place, 1557 from Trinity Treasure Drexage of Shelbyville, Missouri. We'll clear out our ring and now make way for class number 3. These will be Gelby heifer calves born March 1st through March 31st of 2025. We'll have a single entry in this class. 1558 comes from Tegan Butterfield of Atkinson, Nebraska. Results for class number 3, first place, entry 1558 from Tegan Butterfield of Atkinson, Nebraska. We'll clear out our ring and bring up now class number 4. Class number 4 will be Gelby heifers born of February 1st through February 28th of 2025. We have a single entry within class number 4. This is entry 1559 from Toby Voss of Bruning, Nebraska. Results for class number 4 of your Gelby heifer calves. First place, 1559 from Toby Voss of Bruning, Nebraska. We will clear out our ring and bring up now class number 5. These will be Gelby heifer calves born January 1st through January 30th of 2025. Class number 5 has a single entry. 1560 comes from Tegan Butterfield of Atkinson, Nebraska. We welcome back our South Devon exhibitors back to the show ring after our momentary break. We now have in the ring Class 401. Class 401 is Summer Bull Calves, calved May 1st of 2025 and after. We have a single entry within class number 401. This is entry 5861, coming from Brady Mitchell of Detroit Lakes, Minnesota.
Nice May bull calf here, really good up through that front, and for as good looking as he is through that neck, he's got some masculinity about his head, got some shape over his top and back through his hip, really good individual.
Result from Class 401, first place, 5861. That is Brady Mitchell. We'll move on to Class 402, but first we will hear from Mr. Will Banks.
Good single entry bull here. He's presented extremely nice. He's got a lot of function to him. He's got added look to him. Gets around the ring good. He's a good footed calf that's got some width of base. He's got some rib to him. He's very youthful. You can buy into this calf extremely easy and see him getting better as time goes.
Results coming in from Class 402 on your South Devon Bull Show. First place, 5862 from Whitefila Farms. Within our South Devon Bull Show, we will now bring back our class winners from classes 401 and 402. Our judge will select your champion and reserve champion spring bull calves. Over on your Gelby side, the results to get to from class number 5. First place was entry 1560 from Tegan Butterfield. At this time, we now have on the program class number 6, which happens to be the Heifer Calf Division Champion. We will have our judge, Mr. Will Banks, select your champion and reserve champion. These individuals are the first place entries coming back from classes 1 through 5.
Two high quality calves. I'm going to use this calf out of the second class here. Just extremely high quality, well presented. Everything fits on this calf extremely good. How he blends from his shoulder into his rib, into his hip. He's a very functional bull that's extremely sound when you get him around the ring. He's a little better footed and deeper heeled than our calf here in second. This calf is extremely long outline, got some length back to his hip. Like I said, I really like this bull, the masculinity he has in his head. Looks like a bull. I think he'll get better too with time. Two really good individuals. He'll be a reserve, obviously, but two nice bull calves.
Your champion spring bull calf on your South Devon Bull side is 5862 from Whitefila Farms. Your reserve champion spring bull calf is 5861 for Brady Mitchell. We will clear out our ring on our South Devon side and bring up now class 403. 403 will be spring bull calves, calved March 1st through the 31st of 2025. We'll have two entries that will make up this class. 5863 comes from DLCC Ranch of Piers, Minnesota. 5864 comes from JVM Cattle Company of Pella, Iowa.
Nice pair of bull calves here. The red calf's extremely high quality. He's got some look to him. He's long and extended through that front end. He's laid in neat at the point of his shoulder. With that, he's got some rib. It matches for his age. He's got some muscle expression. He's got some width of base. So he's a very high quality bull. I like testicular development in as well. He balances out better than the bigger outline calf here, especially out of his hip and to his hind leg and foot. This calf you got to appreciate for his length and performance.
Some results to get to over on your Gelby show ring side. Your champion heifer calf is actually going to come from your first class, which is entry 1556 from Reed Overmiller of Smith Center, Kansas. Your reserve champion comes out of class number 5, that is entry 1560 from Teagan Butterfield of Atkinson, Nebraska. We'll roll right into class number 7. Class number 7 will be senior yearling heifers born September 1st through December 31st of 2023. We'll have a single entry within class number 7, that is entry 1561 from Bo Otschel of Stewart, Nebraska. Over within your South Devon Bull Show, results to get to class 403. We have first place being 5863 from DLCC Ranch, and second place was JVM Cattle Company. Now moving about in the ring is class 404. We have a single entry within this class, 5865, coming from Sierra Steinlicht of Valley Falls, Kansas. These are bulls calved January through February of 2025.
Nice single entry calf, very youthful. He's good up through that head. Got some crest development. He looks like a bull. He's got some shape over his top. He's wide from behind. Just a very good kind of a calf. Maybe like change how he gets off his hind leg just a little bit, but he's sure got a lot of good pieces.
Results from class 404 on your South Devon show ring. First place, 5865 from Sierra Steinlicht. At this time within the South Devon Bull Show, we'll bring back our class winners from classes 403 and 404, and we'll have our judge select your champion and reserve champion junior bull calves.
Very nice single entry.
Good division of bull calves over here, but the red bull calf kind of sets himself apart in terms of balance, structure, quality. He's a really good individual, and he'll be your calf champion. For reserve, we're going to go with the calf that won the class behind him, single entry. I think he matches him in terms of youthfulness and how he's made up through his front end. He, too, has got some shape. I like to see him handle those hind legs a little bit different out here today, but I think there's a lot of quality in the calf.
Results over in your South Devon Bull Show. Your champion junior bull calf is entry 5863 from DLCC Ranch of Piers, Minnesota. Your reserve champion junior bull calf is entry 5865 from Sierra Steinlicht of Valley Falls, Kansas. We'll move on to class 409 within our South Devon Show. Class 409 will be spring yearling bulls calved March 1st through April 30th of 2024. We'll have two entries, 5866 from DLCC Ranch and Popkin and RP Farms, and Hill DLCC Ranch of Piers, Minnesota. 5867 will come from Nichols Farms Limited of Atlantic, Iowa. Those are the only two entries within the class, the only class in its division. So first and second within that class 409 will become your champion and reserve champion junior bulls.
pair of bulls over here. I'm going to start with this red bull. He's just more masculine up through his head and crest, more shape over his top and back through his hip. Love the presentation of this black bull behind him. He is presented extremely well. He's clipped extremely well. He's pulled together extremely well. I just see him as being a little bit flatter throughout. When you put him into motion, he wants to dip off in his pins, carries that into his hind leg, and I'd like to pull him a little part more underneath. He is bigger footed, surprisingly, and he's got a lot of quality to him. I just prefer the shape and masculinity of the bull that wins the class.
Your results from your Gelbvieh show, your Grand and Reserve Grand Champion Gelbvieh heifers were selected. Your Grand Champion being entry 1556 from Reed Overmiller. The Reserve being entry 1560 from Tegan Butterfield. We will pause momentarily, I believe, for pictures at the backdrop. I'm getting a nod from our superintendents, so we will pause, and then we'll bring up our balancer heifer calves. As far as some results to get to over on your South Devon Bull Show, results coming out of Class 409, second place, and your Reserve Champion Junior Bull was entry 5867. That comes from Nichols Farms Limited. Your Champion Junior Bull and first place out of Class 409 is 5866 from DLCC Ranch, Popkin and RP Farms, D Hill and DLCC Ranch of Piers, Minnesota. In the ring at this time now is Class 412. Class 412 is 2-year-old bulls, calved January 1st through June 30th of 2023.
Nice single entry bull here with some added look. He's raw designed. He's got some shape to him. He's a wide base bull that's good footed. Got some testicular development, a lot of quality in him. We'll look at him again when they come back out.
Results from Class 412 of 2-year-old bulls. First place, 5868. Comes from Showboat Cattle Company of Winchester, Kansas. That is the single entry within the 2-year-old bull division, so therefore, first place in Class 412 will become your champion senior bull. We will now clear out our ring and make way for all of our division winners to be brought back, and he will select your Grand and Reserve Grand Champion South Devon Bulls.
Really a high quality lineup out here, and I think this is really great that everybody's bringing this many cattle. I think this is a pretty good representation of your show, and thank you so much, the National Western, for hosting the exhibitors the way you are. And not only, I think, should we all thank the people that put the capital outlay here for such a tremendous facility, but the staff and the volunteers. I hope all of you let them know that you appreciate how much time and expense has been put into this, because there is no other facility like it I've seen to this point. So with that, this is a really, really good lineup of bulls. There's two that fit together really good. This will be your champion here out of the 3rd division. And for reserve, we're going to follow the little Red Bull that was the division before that matches him in terms of type and kind quite well. Two really, really good bulls, a lot of good individuals throughout the lineup. These are the two that suit me the best, and the nice thing is they fit together so well out here.
Your grand champion, South Devon Bull, comes out of Division 3, which is your junior bull champion. That is entry 5866. That is from DLCC Ranch of Popkin and RP Farms and DLCC Ranch of Piers, Minnesota. Your reserve champion, South Devon Bull, comes from your second division, which is your champion junior bull calf. That is entry 5863 from DLCC Ranch. Making their way into the ring for the South Devon Show will now be Class 501A. These will be pair of calves. We'll have entries from JVM Cattle of Pella, Iowa, DLCC Ranch of Piers, Minnesota, Sierra Steinlicht of Valley Falls, Kansas, and Jillian Kneep of Mount Ayr, Iowa. Those are your entries that will make up Class 501A of your pair of calves within your South Devon Show. We welcome back our exhibitors and spectators for now class number 10 within our Junior Balancer Show. These are heifer calves born May 1st through May 30th of 2025. We have 2 entries within class number 10. 1563 comes from Kasha Albert of Guide Rock, Nebraska, and 1564 comes from John Jace Tinney of Mora, Missouri. Those are your 2 entries that will make up class number 10. Over within your South Devon show, results coming in from Class 501A. 5th place was 5872 from Sierra Steinlicht. 4th place, 5871 from DLCC Ranch. 3rd place, 5873 from Jillian Kneep. 2nd place, 5870 from JVM Cattle Company. And your class winner was entry 5869 coming from JVM Cattle Company. We'll now work on bringing in class 501, which would be pair of bulls for our South Devon show. Also at this time for our South Devon exhibitors, we would like to announce your premier exhibitor. Your premier exhibitor is DLCC Ranch. Congratulations to our premier exhibitor. And now our premier breeder. Your 2026 premier breeder is DLCC Ranch. So congratulations to DLCC Ranch on being the premier exhibitor and breeder. Results coming in for Class 501 on your South Devons. This is your pair of bulls results. 3rd place was entry 5877 from Jillian Kneep. 2nd place, 5875 from JVM Cattle Company. And your class winner was 5876 from DLCC Ranch of Piers, Minnesota. In the ring at this time now for your South Devons would be Class 502. This is pair of yearlings. We have entries 5878 from DLCC Ranch, 5879 from JVM Cattle Company, and 5880 from Jillian Kneep. Results to get to for your Balancer show. Class number 10, 2nd place, 1564, was John Jace Tinney. 1st place was 1563 from Kasha Albert. Now making their way into the ring for your Balancer show would be Class 11 in the program. This is your heifer calves born March 1st through March 31st of 2025. We'll have entries in this class 1565 from Kinley Eckhoff of Aurora, Nebraska. 1566 from Gentry Warner of Arapahoe, Nebraska. 1567 from Tegan Butterfield of Atkinson, Nebraska. 1568 from Grant Woloschke of Overton, Nebraska. 1569 from Toby Voss of Brunning, Nebraska. 1570 comes from Leah Voss of Brunning, Nebraska. And 1571 from Megan Woloschke of Overton, Nebraska. Results for Class 502 of your pair of yearlings. Second place, 5879 from JVM Cattle Company of Pella, Iowa. And your class winner was 5878 from DLCC Ranch of Piers, Minnesota. In the ring at this time now for your South Devons is going to be Class 503. This will be Produce of Dam. We'll have entries from JVM Cattle Company, Jillian Kniep, and Sierra Steinlicht. Correction, we'll only have 2 entries in Class 503 from the Produce of Dam. This will be both entries coming from JVM Cattle Company. Results for Class 503 of your Produce of Dam on your South Devon show. Second place, 5882 from JVM Cattle Company. And your class winner was 5881 from JVM Cattle Company. We'll now move on to Class 504. This will be Junior Get of Sires. Junior Get of Sire class will have 3 entries, 5883 from JVM Cattle Company of Pella, Iowa. 5884 from Jillian Kniep of Mount Ayr, Iowa. And 5885 from Sierra Steinlicht of Valley Falls, Kansas. Your results coming in for your Class 504 of your Junior Get Sires on your South Devon show. Second place, 5884 from Jillian Kniep. First place, 5885 from Sierra Steinlicht. We'll now move on to Class 505. This will be Senior Get of Sires. We'll have entries 5886 from JVM Cattle Company and 5891 from DLCC Ranch. Results coming in from class number 11 of your junior balancers. 7th place was Tegan Butterfield. 6th place was Leah Voss. 5th place was Gentry Warner. 4th place was Kinley Eckhoff. 3rd place was Megan Walahoski. 2nd place was Grant Walahoski. And your class winner was 1569 from Toby Voss. We will now bring into our balancer ring class number 12. These will be heifer calves born February 1st through February 28th of 2025. Some results to get to over on your South Devon show. Results from class 505 was your senior Getta Sires. 2nd place was Jillian Kneep, and your class winner was 5886 from JVM Cattle Company. And the class that was just in the ring was class 506. That was your group of 5. 4th place went to 5890 from Jillian Kneep. 3rd place, 5889 from Sierra Steinlicht. 2nd place was 5887 from JVM Cattle Company. And your class winner was 5888 from DLCC Ranch. That will conclude our open show for our South Devons. We appreciate our judge, Mr. Jason Hoffman from Thedford, Nebraska, evaluating our contest today. We will be back tomorrow with our South Devon Junior show starting at 8 a.m.